Well, even with how new the Galaxy S22 series is, it seems that not everything is as ultra as expected. Because yes, a few days into the Galaxy S22 and apparently not everything is as good as it seems. It looks like Apple's spring event might not be as dry as we thought as new possible products emerge. And we have new information and I'd say confusing data on Apple's AR headset and its features. I'm Jaime Rivera and after yesterday's legendary halftime show, I assume some of you are caring to celebrate Valentine's Day? This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with BlackBerry, and that even sounds weird to say as it's been a very long time. The company was supposed to announce some new enterprise-oriented 5G smartphones this year, but it looks like the company is dead, and I mean for real this time. The founder of crackberry.com, who's a dear friend, just posted on their forum that the company has been dead as of yesterday. He goes on to say that he never signed an NDA, and we'll have to see if they post the formal update, but apparently BlackBerry simply prefers to just go away quietly into the night as they're clearly done with phones. And I mean, it doesn't come off as a surprise after they sold their patents for $600 million earlier this year. And sure, Onward Mobility kept announcing that we could expect new smartphones, especially last year, but so far all we have gotten is delays. The new smartphone we allegedly were getting was something similar to the Priv when it comes to design, but it would bring some new features like 5G. So yeah, it looks like BlackBerry is gone for real this time. So just do me a favor and send your condolences to Michael Fisher and keep an eye on him. I hope he's okay. Let's move the spotlight onto Cupertino for the first time today and their AR headset that has been in the headlines for the past couple of weeks. Some of the latest rumors say that it's getting delayed until next year, but that Apple still plans to lay the groundwork for the new AR/VR App Store at WWDC. Well, now we have a new report from Mark Gurman's newsletter that tells us some of the features we can expect. According to him, we're getting a virtual reality version of FaceTime where you'll be in a conference room with dozens of people, but instead of seeing their actual faces, you'll see 3D versions of them, aka their Memojis or avatars, kind of like what you get with VR chat nowadays. He also assumes that the headset will be able to determine your facial expressions in real time, making the experience fairly lifelike. Sort of. Finally, he says that he would also look out for heavy use of SharePlay, along with multiple headset wearers to experience the same music, movies, games together, etc. And this goes perfectly along with Bloomberg's previous report claiming that this would be aimed at gaming, media consumption, and communication. I mean, this all sounds pretty cool, but the catch is that Gurman says that Apple is delaying the product until WWDC next year. So, I don't know. Let's see what to expect, because it all sounds kind of weird and kind of freaky. Now, as for events that are happening soon, let's talk about Apple and their spring event again. But hey, today we actually have different information. For the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've been kind of certain that we're supposed to be getting an iPad Air update, an iPhone SE, and possibly a Mac at the company's March event, but now Cupertino is registered 3 new Macs in their Eurasian database just a few weeks ahead of March. I mean, apparently only one of these is described to be a laptop. For those of you wondering about the other products we're expecting, those were registered a couple of weeks ago. Of course, this is not a guarantee that we're getting these products, but some leaks from Dylan last year claim that we could expect an iMac Pro with a 27-inch display and an M1 Pro or Max chipset at the spring event. Other rumors suggest that the laptop is a refresh to the 13-inch MacBook Pro that'll bring an M2 chipset with the new design, but we have no idea what the third computer might be. Perhaps the Mac Mini Pro or Mac Mini Refresh that John Prosser claimed the other time. I mean, anyways, set your calendars for March 8th as that's when we're assuming the event will happen. And finally, for the most, let's say, weird news today, let's talk about the Galaxy S22 and a few tidbits we've gotten to know after its release. First off, it looks like the company sort of made a mistake in their advertising for the base models, where they were claiming the displays went from 10 to 120 Hz refresh rates, kind of leading people to believe that these were LTPO panels. Now they've changed it to clarifying that it's 48 to 120 Hz, which still is variable, so we're not going to claim that the technology is different, but we'll see. I mean, listen, it's still pretty good, but not as good as they were saying or for us to expect. Now, moving on to some benchmarks that have been making a ton of headlines, PC Magazine just ran a few tests where they put the S22 series against the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Pixel 6. Of course, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 performs similarly in all Galaxy models and even beats the Pixel 6, but things change when they went against the iPhone. See, the Ultra got a single core score of 1232, while the iPhone went for 1735. And if you're talking multi-core, the Ultra got 3433, but was just obliterated by the 13 Pro Max's 4647. Of course, benchmarks don't mean much for day-to-day use. I've been using a combo of these, and I can't really tell you that those numbers can be felt in real-world use, but if anything, I could say that the battery is not amazing on the current Galaxies, but that usually happens when Android phones are new. In today's question, let us know, how much do you really care about benchmarks in 2022? Because I know that it does influence the purchase decision of a certain market, but I don't necessarily feel that it ends up becoming the experience you get, because software's not always optimized, so I don't really care about it much, but I would love to know what you think in the comments down below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me celebrate the Super Bowl. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.